Good morning students, I'm Miss Ankita, your social science teacher for class 7 from Monbretia School. So, how are you all? I hope that you all are fine and I hope that you all are watching the videos every day and studying at home. Now, today let us continue with our chapter of civics, that is democracy. Student, as we were talking about the story of Nepal's democracy, let us start with the second paragraph, that is in page number 6 of civics. Okay, now see, on December 10, 2007, the interim parliament, the parliament passed a bill that would make Nepal a federal republic, that is a democratic country, with the prime minister becoming head of the state. On May 28, 2008, lawmakers in Nepal legally abolished the monarchy and declared the country a republic. Okay, when was the country declared as a republic country? On May 28, 2008. Okay, ending 239, that is 239 years of royal rule in the Himalayan nation. Okay, the newly elected assembly, led by the former communist rebel, adopted the resolution at its first meeting by an overwhelming majority. Now, Myanmar, another ancient country, is also fighting for democracy. Now, Myanmar is another ancient country who is fighting for democracy. In 1990, elections were held in Myanmar, but military leaders refused to step down. All the military leaders, they did not came for the election and they refused to step down as they did not wanted Myanmar to become a democratic country. As studied, more and more countries of the world are turning to democracy. By 2005, about 140 countries were holding multi-party elections. Okay, where all the parties, they used to come and they used to elect their head. But even today, there are many countries where people are not free. They don't enjoy political, civil and social rights. Okay, now we'll see the features of democracy, or why do we need democracy, why democracy is important. We will be saying in the first phase of the chapter we have studied about democracy and its expansion. Now we will see why it is necessary and why do we need democracy. Now in the next phase of the chapter we are going to study why are countries adopting this type of government. Okay, now government based on the will of the people. First point is government based on the will of the people, that is government is based according to the wills, that is according to the wishes of the people. Democracy is based on the will of the people and it functions according to their consent. Okay, whatever the people, common people want, according to that it is based. Okay, the fact is that democratic government cannot ignore the interest of people. It is the fact that a democratic government, it cannot ignore whatever common people have suggested and whatever their interests are. He cannot ignore and make his own rules. Okay, to run administration, the government makes policies and plans keeping in mind public interest, and the representatives elected by the people pay due respect to the wishes of the people, as the governments, they are selected by the public. Okay, so it is the responsibility of the particular government to respect the wishes of the people. Okay, on the other hand, dictatorship is based on the wills of an individual or group and the government function according to his wish, like in China. Okay, in China there is dictatorship. Okay, in dictatorship it is based on the wills of an individual or the group, a group of people or an individual. He suggests his wills or interests, but the government will function only according to his wish. He will. Now students, in the very next video I will be starting with the second point, that is welfare of all. Till then please read point number 1 which I have taught you now, and be ready with point number 2, 3, 4 and 5. You will read these 4 points also. This will be your homework. Okay, thank you.